Hello, everybody. Welcome or welcome back to the Talk Podcast. So this is going to be part 2. We are continuing on the episode I Married a Monster, the clip that went viral, or is still going viral probably. And I want to make sure that everyone is very clear on this is not about making fun on the situation. We are very sorry for what happened to those kids, right? People who go through abuse. There's not a joking case at all. But at the same time, if you remember, I wanted to make clear in that first episode that we just don't have the facts right now. We do not know what happened. All these are very unfortunate claims so far. But I also introduced in the first episode on this topic that I wanted to look into her podcasting and just get different opinions and just make my own opinion, if that makes sense. I wanted to take a deeper look on the persona because I find it very interesting, the mannerism that you would take such a dramatic situation, your daughter's trauma, and come on the internet trying to make content out of it and even go so far trying to, I don't know how you call it again, put a GoFundMe on, right? All these things are very difficult for me to just take as normal, but I wanted to look and see, who is this woman? Why is she saying these things? What is she trying to teach people? And if you remember on my podcast, I make that very, very clear. We all need to watch out who we are looking at, looking up to, and also be very mindful about what the people are sharing with you and how much you want to take for full, right? What I mean by that is on the internet, myself, we are just sitting behind the camera, behind the microphone. Anyone can be telling you anything, right? And I want people to be more aware, especially when it's covered in a very luxurious appearance. Does that make sense? So let's see.
Something that stood out about him versus other men that I had dated was he really embraced the fact that I had children because he wanted children. So, he was talking, my lease was going to be ending very soon, which is why I went ahead and moved in with my person that had became my ex. We started living together.
Don't get irritated. Up there, Abba and Preach, one of my favorite YouTubers. That's where I got the clip from. And definitely go take a look because they covered the whole situation as well. And I think it's interesting to get their take.
I told my husband, I was like, hey, it was so embarrassing to admit, but I was like, I need a place to stay because, and he was saying, well, if you're going to live with me, it's going to be as my wife.
Okay, so now the reason why I wanted to take this particular clip that talks about how she was actually in a relationship, please go on each YouTube channels and get the whole video so you have a better understanding. She was already in a relationship. She already had children with someone else. In between that line, if I understood correct, she was already in a different situation. And unfortunately, she had to move, why the reasons are, we don't know, but she had to move out of that place. And then she contacted, this other person who's now her future husband or her now husband. The lease is over. She needs help. She needs to move from A to B with the kids, whatnot. Okay. And to be honest, basically, it's just saying, I'm in a bad situation. I need help. Okay. That is just the base thing of it. But if you add more information to it, you have children. You are just talking with that whoever person on the internet in a very, very short time frame. You do not know that person and you're seeking to move into that person's home with the children. Some people might say, well, okay, sounds a bit fishy. She could do that. But with the kids, I get it. Could be dangerous, right? Some other people might even say, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they have a good understanding. Let them do whatever they want. I do not agree to that, to be very honest. I think when you have children, you should be more invested in understanding the character of that person that you're really trying to build a relationship with.
Not as my girlfriend. And I was like, well, how spontaneous are you? And he laughed and he said, very spontaneous.
And now to the main reason why I chose this clip is because this is the woman who tries to tell other women not to jump into situations that fast, in the sense of make him chase you, right? Make him pursue you. Let him be the one putting you up there on a pedestal. Be smart about it. All these kind of things as she's trying to teach women about men, how to get them, does not seem like she's sticking to her own rules, especially having children. Now, well, don't get me wrong. I do agree that there should be, some courting, some kind of pursuing going on in the sense of, spending time with each other, the love is growing, the attention is growing, all that good stuff. I can definitely agree with that, but I find it very fishy when people are trying to market their relationship as this is the way to do it, this is how I did it, and that's how you're going to get the outcome, in a way that they choose the language is very, very I was looking for a greater word, but it's really just suspicious. It's very suspicious to me. And now let's go on with the second part. That is very important because they're talking for like a week. And he said in the conversation, you know what? If you should move in with me, you're not going to move in as my girlfriend. You're going to move in as my wife. Now, hold on. That is such a sweet thing to hear, you might say, right? But I believe if you hear something like that, I have never met anyone who's just going to jump on it and be like, yes, this is happening tomorrow. I think, to be very honest, sometimes, a lot of times, men are going to tell you the things that sounds nice, and if you guys actually match, naturally you're going to build on that. But look what happened, okay? And if that man should have put that out there and meant it, we must agree that he is also weird. That is weird. We need to be honest about it. If someone is acting weird, man or woman, we need to say it. Okay. Let's get it. I'm too invested in this. What I'm trying to say is that she was the one who actually went on initiating the marriage happening. Do you get what I'm saying? So she's trying to make women understand that the man is supposed to do this and pursue you and put you up there. You be smart about it, get the ring. But as I remember, as the man is going to propose to you, what she did, and this could have been out of desperation, she went ahead and bought the ring. Who does that? To a stranger you don't know. But yet you're sitting there on your podcast and you're selling women a complete different dream or idea of your reality.
I was like, right. So we started entertaining the idea of getting married immediately.
Like completely two things that happen. Instead of what she's saying on the podcast, that the man is going to come into your life, you behave a certain way, he's going to give you all these glitz and glamour and marry you, be smart about it, get the ring. But instead, it's actually she was in a bad situation, she needed to get out of it, and she just found a quick opportunity that suits her. We're not even putting the kids into consideration in terms of how is this going to turn out. My kids meeting someone they do not know and living there. But what do I know, right?
So I'm going to go and get the wedding ring. We were talking about getting married like the next week.
Yo, she about to be homeless with 2 kids, and she talking about, I'm gonna go get a wedding ring.
This crazy. Hey, I don't know what it is. Disney, I don't know if it's Disney that got you fucked up like that.
Well, we understand what the Disney thing is all about, but I don't think it's always Disney to blame. And I also don't think in this case is Shira 7 to blame. I'm sure you guys have heard about that, and we will talk about that in the next part, how that came about, why that other woman is into play to blame, who knows. And yeah, let's see.
This is crazy.
In 1 week? 1 week?
1 fucking week, my guy.
Not even a week. She was talking to this guy the moment she broke up with the other dude. She didn't even move
The
out.
day after. Est-ce que vous comprenez?
She said, I'm about to be homeless. He said, you better be my wife.
This is crazy.
Well, I guess, guys, I couldn't have said it any better. I share the same opinion. I do think it is crazy. It is very, yeah, I just don't get it. That's it. I just don't get it. Let's leave it at that and see you in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoy, and bye.